Alrighty, hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again for our fifth and final session gameplay episode on Nine Kings. We're doing a special week-long coverage of this game because it's just blowing up on Steam and it's a lot of fun and I can see why. Last episode we did the King of Stone. We've done all the kings up to the last one that we have to reveal, as it were, and it is the King of Progress. He's basically like this futuristic steampunky kind of king. He has a lot of cards that are like kind of science fiction-y is what I'll call them. The mothership, as it were, is, definitely leans it to science fiction-y. So we have one perk point. I placed it into the mothership movement because that's just what I think is the best for us right now. Anyways, so I will have a link for this game for you guys should you want to pick it up for yourselves. And without any further talking, let's just get into it. If you watch the other episodes, you'll know how this starts. We start with a 9 grid square, or 3x3, so 9 square grid that we can place down our mothership and then a card, and then we build our kingdom from there. Flies towards the enemy. I'm going to drop you right here. We have the defender unit. We have another mothership. Let's do the defender unit. Yeah, let's do the defender unit. That way we can do that. And then we're just going to fly our mothership over, just pulse doing damage. Pulse doing damage. Boop, boop, boop. Right here. Bink. 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 This is exciting. This is riveting. Yeah, I know. It gets crazy. Trust me, it gets crazy. We can do the boars, maybe? The boars might be a really good one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put the boars there, and then the boars will mount on to the defenders. There they go. Defending boars, go! And they charge. And they're actually doing a fair amount of damage, actually. Defender boars, don't be trifling with the defender boars. We can clone a card, or we can get a boar. Let's do the boar, and let's just do that. And then we can, let's see here. We're going to go into the... Oh, the rats. The rats. We can do a rat build maybe this game. I've seen a couple of people do that, and it's been very funny to watch. Yeah, let's try it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It could go horribly wrong. Convert towers. Now summon bombers instead of converter towers. Oh my goodness. That's terrifying, actually. I don't like any of these, in all honesty. I'm going to do movement speed, though. I think that's going to be helpful. Let's do lab rats, and let's have the rats mount the boars. Because that's a thing, right? Okay, that was... Oh, we're going against King of Greed. That's why. The ninjas... Not ninjas, thieves. They jumped into the back line and tried to attack us. Dispenser, Midas Touch. What do I want to do? We can do a beacon. The beacons are really, really helpful. I think that's what I want to do. If we can fish for a beacon. Oh, there's our mothership. Yeah, let's take that. Let's take that. We won't fish too hard for things. Early on. You don't want to spend all your gold looking for cards. It really doesn't help too much. The idea is good, but you don't want to blitz through all your money before your first prophecy, so you can kind of see where you're going. That said, yeah, let's do this. Right there, right there. Oh, okay, multiplies. Got it. Cool. Good talk. There. And so I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I want to do there, but we'll see. Well, I inadvertently might have hurt myself because the Nature King is kind of where I wanted to get. Midas Touch. Let's do the Midas Touch. And let's do it on the boars, because does it count as them attacking? Wow, they are so quick. They are so quick with that movement speed. So yeah, the King of Nature would have been really nice to get our forest tile going next to the boars, because they get an HP bonus. I think we have our mothership card. We do. So let's just get a lab rat. Who do we want to wage war against? King of Stone? Because then we can get poison. We can put poison right in the middle. That would be really helpful. Let's do the mothership. Max that up. there. Pulse and kill them out. We should be able to win. Yeah, this tells me that we're pretty weak with our units. We need to get some more rats or something like that going. Midas touch. Let's upgrade the rats. Oh, it just jumps right in there. So vicious. Yeah, I really need to get a forest tile. This one boar is doing his best. Doing his best. Good job, boar. Well, upgrade the defenders. Let's do that. Clone card. That's good. Raising destroy target. Plot forever. Automatically triggering royal conference event. What is that? I've never seen that. Maybe that's where... Oh, we get a royal decree. So this would give us a royal decree. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to destroy anything this early on anyway, so I wasn't going to try that. Let's get the defender card. And then, what do I want to clone? I can max out my defenders. That might not be a bad idea. Let's do that. There we are. And then, oh, if we get a forest tile, that would be super helpful. That would be super helpful for our future. If we can get a forest tile. Finish these guys up. No, but we did get a clone. Do I go fishing? Let's do this. Let's get this right now. And then we'll get the boars maxed out. Right there. All right. Charge into combat, you rat boar riding sons of guns. For progress! Hooray! Come on, keep going. Do the thing. Yeah, excellent. So even though we had 33 units to their 56, our units were better. Nice, awesome. Well, let's do the lab rats. I mean, might as well. All right. Now, this is going to be the tricky one. Where do I want to put this? I guess I could put it here. That's not hurting me too much. I'll put it there for now. All right, so... Okay, so you have the Midas touch. You don't have Midas touch. You have Midas touch. You don't have Midas touch. Let's see if we can get that going. Trying to get some passive monies. All right, got this. And then, yeah, just cluster up. Please, just cluster up and let me just drop you with the mothership death beam from on high. There we are. Oh, there it is. So we can do the beacon. Is that really what I want to do? I don't like it. I'm going to do this. Yep. I don't like it. I didn't like it. So... what I'm hopeful for here, I'm going to go fishing for it. I'm going to go fishing for the forest tile. Even if we get the forest, just one forest tile, that would be immensely helpful. There it is, right there. And then 9 precisions in our hand. Building effects apply twice. I'm going to do that one. All right, so these guys... for every 1 HP it has, increases Rider's stats by 1%. So that's why I'm going to put you there. Because that gives our Riders huge bonuses. And it increases, you know, just general effectiveness of my army. He says, as we're down to 3 units. And then I guess we are gonna have to go with the beacon. Not that I mind that terribly much, because we do have a maxed out mothership this early on, year 15. So I'm not terribly upset getting our attacks to pulse and drop 15 or 30 on a crit to a giant area effect is not a bad thing. Come on. There we are. Good. All right, let's see here. Oh, there's another forest. And the boars are maxed, I think. Yeah, so, yeah. Prosperity didn't happen. All right, there we are. Nice. Oh my gosh, we just destroyed them. Is this our first round going against the King of Stone? I think it actually is. Quarry's not a bad idea, but we don't really have towers. What else could I get from the King of Stone? The poison might be a good thing as well, but really, would it be? Tower and base damage? Let's do that. Let's do the quarry. Let's upgrade you. Yeah, so we'll get that down about as quickly as possible, because we do really rely on our mothership to do the damage that it's doing right now. Yep, yeah, this is just ridiculous that we're... So the forest can get maxed out. Let's do that. Maxed out the forest, and now those are getting that much better. The fact that the defenders don't attack is really kind of, I think, not as potent as I might have thought it would be, unfortunately. But they're slowly killing themselves on my defenders. So I guess it is prudent, potent in a way. So not terrible. Defenders are maxed out. They are. Don't need them. We can do converters. Turns enemies into rats. Rats inherit converter stats. Rats inherit converters. I never understood that. So, I mean, I can certainly... I don't want to put this where it's going to get bonuses. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to do another reinforcement. And I can put it right here on the rats. And then I'm going to put this right there. All right, the quarry. I'm going to have this start going now. So that's just going to give us damage there. Yep. And then maybe if I get like a trebuchet, I can get that from the King of Stone here. That might be a good thing. We can get the flamethrower. Sold. Bam. So that's going to get damage bonus. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. And then we have the movement speed, which is going to help the big weakness for the flamethrower. The fact that it's slow mobility. Yep. Beacon. Get that. Double the range of our mothership, or all units and towers have a 20% to crit. We're gonna do that. And we'll upgrade this. One more upgrade for that. Nice. So fast. Like that first opening salvo is just so hard to follow, and this is already hugely helpful. Oh my goodness. Yup. Glad I took that upgrade. We could root them. We can clone a card. What would I clone? The quarry? Probably the best choice. Clone the quarry. Drop that down. Yep, and then we're getting more from that. Nice. And we're coming up on a shop too, which is really nice. Oh yeah, I'm really happy I took the mothership blast radius. That's just coming in clutch. We'll take the rats again. I don't see a reason why not. We can make peace with somebody. Do I want to make peace with the King of Greed? We need most of his stuff. King of Stone. It's either one of these two. Let me. I re-rolled and it's the same ones. All right, let's go with The King of Stone. Let's go with the King of Stone. Yep, that's fine. My enemies right now are these guys. I accept that. I kind of have to. Let's do this first. And then that way because we have the Procreate card, so the Procreate card gives us units. We also have the Clone card, which is really immensely helpful. Yeah, and I really want to lean into using that Clone card, get the Quarry maxed out from this, if we can fish for that. So we don't have it now. We do there. Nice. Awesome. So we'll take that. We'll take the Clone card here. There. So now I know that this is maxed out and we're getting the max return on investment there. Then we're going up against the King of Progress again, or the Progress Rebellion, as it were. So is that Congress? Is that what they'd be called? Congress? They're literally just against that. Let me think here. I think I want to do the Lab Rats. And then, oh great, awesome. This is actually really helpful. So if we do the Vault, and we do the Demon Altar right here, and then we do, well, would the Demon Altar benefit from HP? I don't think so. So if I were to do another one, what would I do? Nothing really generates. These are all buildings, unfortunately. So let's get the demon one and let's leave this spot open for something in the future, maybe? Or I can just fill it with a trebuchet for now. Or do I put the poison down? No, let's do the trebuchet. Let's do the trebuchet. Let's leave. All right. So let's let's level that up. Let's put this. It makes the most sense to me to put this over here because it might get bonus HP from that, and this will just get upgrades there, and then that will get stuff there. So it doesn't. I didn't actually see it get bonus HP, so maybe I'm just misreading that. But hey, I mean, we're getting bonus stats, which is really, really helpful. So he's a little weak now, but he will get super strong as it goes on. Especially with this guy giving him flat bonuses. Oh, nice. And the clone card. That will be super helpful. So what do I want to clone, though? Oh, I don't need any more money. What else needs to be upgraded? These guys are all maxed out. That's maxed out. So if I were to clone you, is that the right play? Get the demon altar going. Get 2 demons? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So he doesn't get HP. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Gotta have some limit somewhere. Gotta have some balance somewhere. And the fact that our rats are dying, giving them a bonus is super helpful. That's really good. That's actually really nice to have these rats keep on dying. They're just feeding the demon fire, as it were. All right, now from here, the only thing that we have giving us any bonuses like that would be there. And I can do reinforcement. Is that a good idea? Yeah, let's do reinforcement on you. Yep, nice. I do want to try and get another beacon card from the king here, or another Midas Tower, Vault. So the beacon it is. That's great. So that's now max level. Love to see that. Nice. Yeah, this is just kind of getting nuts with how much that the demons are boosting. Defenders are maxed out. I guess I could do this again. All currently active plots gain 1. Increase tower by 30%. So you would go up, you would go up, you would max out, you would max out. So that's... We have 1 more merchant coming. Yeah, let's do that one, I think. Increases attack of all units and towers by 30%. This is hard to pass up, though. Let's do the gentrify. Let's get everything maxed out. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to do that one. And so that just gave them a huge bonus. And there, so we now have 3 demons coming out, and they're going to get that much bigger. Our trebuchet is getting that much stronger too. Nice. Yeah, our mothership is just doing a lot of heavy lifting right now, unfortunately. Don't really need anything from the King of Greed now. I guess we'll just take the Midas Touch so we don't have to really go fishing too much. Right there. Alright, cool. Awesome. Keep it going. Almost to the end. Just slow roll onto them. Dropping sound waves. We're up to 34 damage. We've actually doubled our damage over the course of this. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to fish for a clone card. Because if I can get a clone card, I can max out one of these 2. There it is. Bam. Right there. Yeah, and that's kind of what I expected from this. I just didn't expect it to give us what we wanted. There's a scapegoat. Do I want that? Do I need that? Do I care? No. Lab rats. I'll just take a lab rats, and then I'm done. Alright, so I'm going to clone the flamethrower. Max that out. And yeah, just hit you up with another 4% increase to your damage and your stuff. Yep, the demon's just getting way more stronger. Just having them be a sponge is really, really helpful. Let's do this. Let's do this. There we are, nice. Yeah, the rats can just get super disgusting with all the reinforcements that you can drop on them. Nice, and then just slowly walk our way across and just destroy the army. We can do poison. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think we have anything else from him that we need. I mean, I could fish for another clone card. Oh, there it is, right there. I'll take it. And then we can play everything out. So let's get a clone card. You're the only other one that's not maxed out, right? Yeah. Everything else is maxed out, so I will max you out. Right there. Right there. And I mean, they don't hit, so I'll put that on you. Alright, here we go. Last fight for the progress. Going up against the King of Greed. The King of Greed. Destroy you and your army of ninjas. I call them ninjas, but they're thieves. I know. Is he healing them? What's he doing to them? I think he's healing them. Our flamethrower putting in work right now. We win. You just roll over. Just stop it. You can just stop it now. Infinity. Oh, he's killing my units one at a time. He's dropping his nuke ability and killing my units. That infinity is the infinity damage that you're seeing. So, yes, one by one, you'll see every single time he does that, I lose a unit. And then now he's going to slowly start making his way across. Oh, no. I don't think we're going to actually do it. This is awesome. I get to see what happens. We perished. Oh, nice. That's hilarious. That's awesome. I didn't realize that was what would happen if you just made it all the way through and just died at the end. busygamerdad showing you what happens. King of Progress didn't win. We didn't have a good build against the King of Greed. He kept on just tapping our units and killing them off. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more top tier gameplay like this. But this was 9 Kings. Had a lot of fun showing this game as our special gameplay this week, where I'm going to be uploading an episode every day, going over each of the kingdoms, throwing my hat in the ring for this content, as it were, just because it's been a lot of fun. This game really does deserve a lot of the hype that it's getting, if not all the hype that it is getting. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, and I hope to see you next week when we begin our coverage for the Steam Next Fest in June 2024. I hope to see you there. Later.